They came in the winter when they thought I was at my lowest. They came with the assumption that the season had me bent. They walked into the story they had written about me in advance, and found a different chapter than the one they thought they meant. I let them make their offer, watch them lay it on the table. I let them make their case for what they thought I couldn't fight. I let them feel the fullness of the moment they'd been building. Then I took the offer, folded it, and said, not tonight. The night they tried is the night that built the ceiling. The night they tried is the night that changed the dealing. They came for what they thought was broken, found what had been forged. The night they tried was the last night they had that kind of nerve. I heard they told the story different to the men who weren't there. I heard they made it something closer to what they'd prepared. But every man who was in that room knows what the silence said when they left without the thing they came to take from me instead. There are moments in a man's life that become the line between version before and the version that remains. That night was mine, and I'll tell you what I felt. Not victory, not relief, just confirmation of I already knew about myself. You came for everything I built and left with nothing but the knowledge that you never had the range. The night they tried became the night I understood. Became the night I understood. The night they tried. The night they tried to take from me what's mine for good. What's mine for good. They showed me what I'm made of. They showed me what I'm made of by testing what they thought was soft. The night they tried is the night that paid off. I've been right about most things, say that without apology. I've built enough to know the shape of what I know. But there was one time, one specific winter in my late 30s, where I was wrong in a way that took 5 years to show. I thought I understood a man because I'd studied him for seasons. I thought the reading I had done was close enough to truth. I acted on that confidence without the margin for the error, and it cost me more than I had planned to lose. The one time I was wrong was the most expensive lesson. The one time I was wrong was the most useful session of everything I've learned in 40 years of careful moving. The one time I was wrong is the thing I'm still improving from. I didn't hide from it, I sat inside the consequence directly. I didn't make excuses for the calculation that had failed. I took apart exactly where the thinking had gone sideways, and I rebuilt the whole methodology from what it had unveiled. I'm telling you this plainly because the man I wanna be is honest about the limits of what he thought he knew. The most dangerous thing walking is a man who's never been wrong, who hasn't built the muscle of accounting for the cost. Don't be that man. The one time I was wrong taught me how to be more right. The one time I was wrong turned the error into light. I don't celebrate the mistake, but I honor what it gave. The one time I was wrong made me someone worth the page. I was born in the dark before I knew what light was for. in rooms where men worked tired and walls held quiet wars. No silver in the bloodline, no safety net below, just a fire in my chest and nowhere else to go. They said that where you start in life is where you're meant to end, that blood will tell on everything and fate will never bend. But I have watched the ceilings fall on men who thought they stood above, and I have seen the floors become the thrones of those who chose to shove. I am not what I was given, I am what I chose to take. Every version of myself before was practice for what I would make. I was born in the dark, but I will not die there. I was built from the cold, but I carry the fire. Every scar on my hands is a chapter of proof that a man who wants nothing can never take you. Born in the dark, born to rise. I wore the same clothes for a season, not from shame but choice. I was saving every fragment, building power, finding voice. I studied every man above me, how he walked and where he slipped, and I waited till I knew the game before I made my trip. They say you cannot choose your beginning, but you own your middle page. And I have written every chapter of my life in careful rage. I was born in the dark, but I will not die there. I was built from the cold, but I carry the fire. Every scar on my hands is a chapter of proof that a man who wants nothing can never take you. To every man who's standing at the bottom, looking up, to every hand that's empty and every empty cup, to every voice that told you that your blood decides your worth, let them watch, just let them watch, let them see what you're worth. You were born for more than what they gave you at the start. You were built from harder things, let it show the world your heart. I was born in the dark and I carried my own light. I was written off before I started and I own the night. I was born in the dark, and I carried my own light. I was written off before I started, and I own the night. I was born in the dark, but I will not die there. I was built from the cold, but I carry the fire. Every scar on my hands is a chapter of proof. Every road that they closed, I was born in the dark before I knew what light was for. In rooms where men worked tired and walls held quiet wars. No silver in the bloodline, no safety net below. Just a fire in my chest and nowhere else to go. They said that where you start in life is where you're meant to end. That blood will tell on everything and fate will never bend. But I have watched the ceilings fall on men who thought they stood above. And I have seen the flaws become the thrones of those who chose to shove. I am not what I was given, I am what I chose to take. Every version of myself before was practice for what I would make. I was born in the dark, but I will not die there. I was built from the cold, but I carry the fire. I made an oath in a room with no windows to men who would hold it until they were dust. I placed my hand on a language of silence and swore to the things that a man swears in trust. Not God, not country, not law as they write it, but something more ancient than all of that weight. The code that was handed from father to father, the oath that arrives at the end, never late. They say oaths are broken, they say codes are fiction. They've never stood in the room where it's real. This is the oath I was given and kept. This is the code that I carried while others slept. This is the weight that I chose at the door. This is the life of a man who swore not to be righteous, not to be clean, but to be what he said and to mean what he means. This is the oath and it holds me still past the grave of the men and past the code of the will. Have seen men break it, I have seen what it costs. I have watched the unsworn build their houses on frost, and I have seen them collapse when the season came cold, because a man without an oath has nothing to hold. Not judge of others, just keeper of mine. The oath doesn't care about your bottom line. This is the oath I was given and kept. This is the code that I carried when others slept. This is the weight that I welcomed ask what I stood for, I won't have to think. It was never about the empire or the power or the drink. It was about the word I gave in a room with no light, and the fact that 40 years later I kept it tonight. I kept the oath. I kept the oath. When it cost me everything, I kept the oath. And that kept the oath. That is my everything. 'Of a man who never put the oath down. Never put it down. Never put it down. Seven years is a number until it becomes your life. 7 years is a sentence until it becomes your knife that carves out everything that's soft and leaves the heart as grain. 7 years of who you were, becoming who remains. 7 years I counted ceilings. 7 years I learned the floor. 7 years I built a silence. 7 years and then one door. And what came through that door was not the man who went inside. 7 years don't just pass through you. 7 years decide. The men outside kept living. The world adjusted without me. I studied it through letters and what the absence of them told me. The ones who wrote in the beginning were not the ones who wrote at the end. 7 years is a test of contracts. Most of them, they bend. I don't ask for sympathy for what I did to earn the years. A man owns his decisions, including the ones that cost him here. But I'll tell you what the years gave back that no one talks about enough. They gave me the ability to sit still without going soft. Not angry, just true. 7 years in the dark, and I came out knowing how to see in it. 7 years I counted mornings. 7 years I learned myself. from comfort. 7 years, the greatest wealth of time spent with your own mind, until it stops fighting you. 7 years I paid the cost, and I came back renewed. Smoke above the city tells me everything I need. Which men have lost their hunger, and which men have learned to bleed. I count the streets below me, and I name them every one. Every road was paid for long before the job was done. I don't celebrate the victories, I mark the date in stone. Every empire built in silence starts with being alone. Smoke in silence, that's the only life I know. Smoke in silence, where the cold and ruthless go. I'll be standing when the fires turn to ash, and everything you thought was yours didn't last. My enemies read books on how to beat a man like me, but books don't teach the patience born from real poverty. I watched and waited till the timing was exact. Moved so quiet by the time they knew, no turning back. They call it darkness, but it's just a room without their light. I was built to navigate exactly this kind of night. Smoke and silence, that's the only life I know. Smoke and silence, where the cold and ruthless go. I'll be standing when the fires turn to ash, and everything you thought was yours didn't last. I've sat in rooms where men decided fates, shaking hands that carried nothing but mistakes. Sign my name to things that history won't forgive, but every man must choose exactly how he's going to live. Don't talk to me about the light, I made my peace with the night. was the only life I know. Smoke and silence, where the cold and ruthless go. I'll be standing when the fires turn to ash, and everything you thought was yours didn't last. They always told me reach the top and everything would change. I reached the top at 40 and the view was cold and strange. The men below me looked so small from where I now could see. But what I didn't understand, they couldn't see me. I built the room they all admired and sat inside alone. I filled it with the trophies of the battles I had won. I called the men who'd helped me there and poured them all a drink. They laughed and raised their glasses. None of them could see me sink. The view from the top is silence. The view from the top is space, where every room gets emptier and fewer know your face. You fight your way to the summit and stand there in the cold. The view from the top is everything except what you were told. My father never made it here. He fell before the climb. My mother lit a candle for the life I left behind. I wonder now in quiet what the lesser versions of me would think of this apartment and this silence and this fee. I have everything, and I have never been more alone in my life than standing here. What was all of this for? If there's nobody left at the door. From the top is silence that nobody warned me about. The view from the top is everything I worked for, and now I doubt.
Put on my coat this morning with a different kind of weight. Said goodbye to every room and every promise, running late. The photographs still on the wall, I left them where they stood. Some things deserve to stay behind in the only life that's good. A man who's done what I have done don't get a clean exit. He gets a quiet morning and a coat, and that's about the size of it. One last coat, one last door, one last look at everything I said I'd die for. One last night of knowing who I was and what I'd been. One last coat on the back of a man the world will not see again. I left the keys on the counter by the coffee I won't drink. I stood beside the window for a moment just to think about the life that could have been if certain roads had turned, and whether I was leaving or just going where I'd earned. You don't mourn the life you lived, you only mourn the life you missed. And mine was never on the list. One last coat, one last door, one last look at everything I said I'd die for. One last night of knowing who I was and what I'd been. One last coat on the back of a man the world will not see again. I'm not running, I'm not hiding, I'm just done with the particular geometry of this particular life. Some men go out with fire, some go out with a name. I'm going out the back way, which is roughly how I came. One last coat, one last door, one last look at everything I bled and lived for. One morning without anyone to hold me to my past. One last coat on the back of a man who chose to leave at last. street that built me had no name worth putting on a map. A strip of broken concrete where the promises fell flat. But every man who walked it learned a language none could write. The grammar of survival and the dialect of night. They talk about their education, I talk about mine too. Corner of the place where I learned everything I knew. The street that built me wasn't pretty, wasn't kind. It took the soft parts of a boy and left the iron behind. I don't go back often, can't undo what it has done. But everything I am today was started on that run. The street that built me. I watch the old men play their cards beneath the hanging lights. I watch the hungry ones decide what they were worth at night. I watch the ones who tried to leave and the ones who chose to stay. And I decided somewhere in between I'd build my own damn way. They gave me nothing for me, no diploma and no key, just the education of a place that didn't care for me. The street that built me wasn't pretty, wasn't kind. It took the soft parts of a boy and left the iron behind. I don't go back often, can't undo what it has done. But everything I am today was started on that run. I've stood in rooms with powerful men and not one of them scared me. Because every man I've ever met was softer than that street was to me. It didn't break me, it didn't take me, it made me exactly what they never saw coming. Wasn't pretty, wasn't kind. It took the soft in me and forged the iron behind. I walk with it, I carry it, I can't undo what's done. The street that built me made me every single one. I came back in November with a different kind of quiet, the kind that doesn't fill a room the way it used to do. I shook the hands of people who had memorized my stories, but couldn't find the man inside the faith they thought they knew. The coffee tasted different, and the house seemed made for someone who laughed the way I laughed before I learned what silence caused. I sat beside the window, for a window without speaking, and cataloged the inventory of what had been lost. What the war left was a man who couldn't tell you. What the war left was a room he couldn't fill. What the war left was the discipline to carry. What the war left and carry it still. They gave me medals for the things I wish had happened different. They gave me words that covered up the parts they couldn't name. I put the medals in a box and put the box inside the closet, because a piece of tin was never gonna carry the weight of the same. I don't ask for understanding from the ones who weren't beside me. I just ask for enough quiet to hear myself again. 'Cause underneath the damage, underneath the winter, there's still a man in here who remembers who he was. I just wanna be him again, even for one moment. I just wanna be him again. Signs sustain. What the war left was a man who decided that's alive. wasn't the same as living. And started the long move of finding out the difference.
There came in the winter when they thought I was at my lowest. They came with the assumption that the season had me bent. They walked into the story they had written about me in advance and found a different chapter than the one they thought they meant. I let them make their offer, watched them lay it on the table. I let them make their case for what they thought I couldn't fight. I let them feel the fullness of the moment they'd been building. Then I took the offer, folded it, and said, not tonight. The night they tried is the night that built the ceiling. The night they tried is the night that changed the dealing. They came for what they thought was broken, found what had been forged. The night they tried was the last night they had that kind of I heard they told a story different to the men who weren't there. I heard they made it something closer to what they prepared. But every man who was in that room knows what the silence said. When they left without the thing they came to take from me instead. There are moments in a man's life that become the line between
vision that remains. That night was mine, and I'll tell you what I felt. Not victory, not relief, just confirmation of I already knew about myself. You came for everything I built. You're left with nothing but the knowledge that you never had the rage. The night they tried became the night I understood. The night they tried to take from me what's mine for good. They showed me what I'm made of by testing what they thought was soft. The night they tried is the night that paid off. The city never sleeps, it just shifts into a different register. The lights don't go out, they just change who they're speaking to. At 3 a.m. the honest city shows you what it really is, without the crowd to dress it up in something close to true. The man below is walking like he's carrying a conversation that ended wrong and hasn't found a place to settle yet. The window in the building across glows amber and consistent. Some kind of work or insomnia, or something to forget. City at 3 a.m. That's when the mask comes off. City at 3 a.m. When everything that's soft has gone to bed and left behind the version that is real. City at 3 a.m. is how a city feels when it's not performing. I've watched the city from above on nights I couldn't sleep it off. On nights the weight of everything I carried needed altitude. And every time I stood here in the dark above the ordinary, the city told me something I could never quite conclude. Maybe this is what it means to understand a thing. You have to see it when it isn't watching. You have to catch it in the hours it doesn't know you're looking, and love it for the truth of it, not the performance. City at 3 a.m. I know you better than the day. City at 3 a.m. when you forget the complicated underneath, the commerce and the noise. City at 3 a.m. is a man without a pose. Everybody's in a hurry to collect what's owed to them. They bang on doors and raise their voice and wonder why they can't get in. But I have learned a different kind of currency in life, kind that earns its interest slow, much sharper than a knife. My grandfather said, boy, the Lord works slow, and the devil has more patience than you'll ever know. The devil has patience, don't rush his move. He sits across the table with a stillness you can't groove. He pours his drink real easy. He don't show you what he knows. And when you think you want it all, that's when the devil shows. I watched a man who ruined me build 5 years of pride. I watched him sleep in comfort, watched him laugh inside. I watched him till I knew the shape of every wall he made. Then I picked the one foundation and I let it all cascade. They call me patient, call me cold. They say I don't react. I say I'm just a student of the art of striking back. The devil has patience, he don't rush his move. He sits across the table with a stillness you can't groove. He pours his drink real easy. He don't show you what he knows. And when you think you want it all, that's when the devil shows. There's a chair at every table that nobody wants to take. It sits at the head of the room and it don't negotiate. I took that chair at 30, I've been sitting in it since. And every man who thought to move me learned the cost of arrogance. Thought you had more time, you thought I wasn't watching. The devil has patience, boy, and patience just ran out. He just showed his mood. Everything you built up was built from me to you. My grandfather came with nothing but his name. He built his world with both his hands through fire and shame. They called our family crooked, called our blood a curse. But every man I've met in church has done far worse. He told me on his deathbed, with a candle burning low, there are two kinds of honor, son, the kind they see and the kind you know. There is blood on the marble where the innocent have knelt. There are prayers in the darkness for the hands that mercy dealt. We are not the villains that they wrote about in books. We are fathers, we are brothers. They just never thought to look. Blood on the marble. I named my firstborn after every man I had to break. I kept a record of each choice and what was truly at stake. Not proud of every chapter, not ashamed of what I am. A man is what his circumstances built him. Understand? They light their candles for the saints and spit upon our doors, but behind their holy silence they have done far worse than war. There is blood on the mountain. innocent have knelt. There are prayers in the darkness for the hands that mercy dealt. We are not the villains that they wrote about in books. We are fathers, we are brothers. They just never thought to look. My father said, loyalty is not a word, it is a life. Silence is not weakness, it is a sharpened knife. And a man who breaks his word has already died. He just hasn't stopped breathing yet inside. We bled for this ground, we prayed for this life, and still they called us animals, and still they sharpen the knife. There is blood on the marble where the innocent have knelt. There are prayers in the darkness for the hands that mercy dealt. We are not the villains that they wrote about in books. We are fathers, we are brothers. Take a closer look. Blood on the marble. Blood on the marble. Seven years is a number until it becomes your life. Seven years is a sentence until it becomes your knife. That carves out everything that's soft and leaves the hardest grain. 7 years of who you were, becoming who remains. 7 years I counted ceilings. 7 years I learned the floor. 7 years I built a silence. 7 years and then one door. And what came through that door was not the man who went inside. 7 years don't just pass through you. 7 years decide. Oh, the man outside kept living. The world adjusted without me. I studied it through letters and what the absence of them told me. The ones who wrote in the beginning were not the ones who wrote at the end. 7 years is a test of contracts. Most of them they bend.
I don't ask for sympathy for what I did to earn the years. A man owns his decisions, including the ones that cost him here. But I'll tell you what the years gave back that no one talks about enough. They gave me the ability to sit still without going soft. Not angry, just true. 7 years in the dark, and I came out knowing how to see in it. Seven years I counted mornings. 7 years I learned myself. 7 years removed from comfort. 7 years, the greatest wealth of time spent with your own mind until it stops fighting you. 7 years I paid the cost, and I came back renewed.
You sat beside me at the table that I built. You wore my trust like armor, felt no guilt. I handed you the keys to everything I made. You used them to unlock the door to my own grave. A man can take a bullet and survive the wound, but betrayal from a brother leaves a different kind of ruin. Even kings must kneel before the weight of what they've lost. Even stone must crack beneath the cold, relentless frost. I've been where the loyal turn to wolves without a warning sign. Even kings must kneel, but not for long, not this time. I watched you at my funeral, dressed in mourning black. You cried the kind of tears only a traitor cries, in fact. I stood among the shadows and I let the moment shine. Sometimes the most powerful thing a man can do is leave. They said I should have seen it coming. Maybe that is true, but I was too busy building what you planned to take from me and you. Even kings must kneel before the weight of what they've lost. Even stone must crack beneath the cold, relentless frost. I've been where the loyal turn to wolves without a but not for long, not this time. Lord knows I tried to keep my hands clean. Lord knows I tried to see what you meant, but some lessons come at too high a price, and some men only teach once.
You took what I love.
You took what I built.
You took what I built.
You left me with nothing.
You left me with nothing
but the fire and the wind. Ask me now if I regret the road that I have walked. I pour my drink in silence. Kings don't talk. Miller's gonna close on Friday, and they're selling off the stools. The jukebox and the back booth, where we learn the old rules of how men talk to other men when nobody's performing, of how you hold a glass and what the silence in between is for. I've been coming here since I was just too young to be here. Sat beside my father once and watched him with the men. They talked in half sentences and finished each other's thinking, and I took notes on everything and vowed to learn it then. Last round at Miller's for the bar that built a code. Last round at Miller's before they close and selling forward. I raise a glass to everyone who ever sat in this particular light. Last round at Miller's, and one more after that tonight. Every man who ever needed somewhere he could be himself, without performance or agenda, or the grinding of the gears. found a bar stool at the corner and a bartender who'd listen, and walked out a little cleaner for the time he'd spent in here. I know it's just a building, I know it's just a room, I know the men who made it are themselves almost all gone. But some rooms hold the memory of what happened in them, and Miller's held the kind of men I wanted to become. Last round at Miller's, last glass for what this place has been. Last round at Miller's for every man who came in from the rain, for every honest conversation and every quiet understood. Last round at Miller's for the bar that made us good. You sat beside me at the table that I built. You wore my trust like armor, felt no guilt. I handed you the keys to everything I made. You used them to unlock the door to my own grave. A man can take a bullet and survive the wound, but betrayal from a brother leaves a different kind of ruin. Even kings must kneel before the weight of what they've lost. Even stone must crack beneath the cold, relentless frost. I've been where the loyal turn to wolves without a warning sign. Even kings must kneel, but not for long, not this time. Oh, not this time. Oh, I watched you at my funeral, dressed in mourning black. You cried the kind of tears only a traitor cries. In fact, I stood among the shadows and I let the moment black. Sometimes the most powerful thing a man can do is leave. They said I should have seen it coming. Maybe that is true, but I was too busy building what you planned to take from me
see what you meant, but some lessons come at too high a price, and some men only teach once. You took what I loved, you took what I built, you left me with nothing but the fire and the They ask me now if I regret the road that I have walked. I pour my drink in silence. Kings don't talk. Me fall and told yourself the story that you won. You raised a glass above the ashes, thought that we were done. But wolves don't fall, they learn the ground. And wolves don't mourn, they turn around. Carried grief the way that broken people do. I carried like ammunition, and I'm aiming it at you. Wolves don't mourn, they evolve. Wolves don't beg, they resolve. Everything you thought you buried, everything you thought you burned, with everything it earned. Wolves don't mourn. You built your life on top of what you stole from where I stood. You told the world your version, and it sounded pretty good. But stories have a weight to them, they bend beneath the truth. And I've been patient long enough, now watch what I can do. I studied every move you made while you forgot my name. Now everything you think is yours is part of a different game. Wolves don't mourn, they evolve. Wolves don't beg, they resolve. Everything you thought you buried, everything you thought you burned, is standing at your door right
damage was undone.
You should have finished what you started. You should have never let me breathe. Because a wounded